Vanakkam, Aibovan, Namaste, greetings to all. On this significant day, 11th November, we honor Armistice Day, a time to reflect on peace and remembrance. Today is also a special occasion as we celebrate the birthday of our beloved Patriji. In his spirit, we come together to work towards a world filled with peace and unity. Every day, we come together for meditation sessions dedicated to promoting world peace and harmony at 9 a.m., 11 a.m., and 8 p.m. UK time. I'm proud to announce that we have successfully completed 1,277 consecutive days of daily meditation 3 times a day, for which we are deeply grateful to all who have contributed to this remarkable achievement. Today's session will begin with 30 minutes of yoga exercises and mindfulness practice, followed by a 60 minutes group meditation led by Saro Sundarlingam Master from Sydney, Australia. Afterward, we will have, if the time permits, the question and answer and discussion sessions. Now, I would like to invite our yoga instructor. If he's there, he can start. Otherwise, we go for silence because he's going to be late today. He's going to come around about 9:25. So today's the time is 9:19. So we'll go for 10 minutes of silence. Then
I got a call from her. She's coming 9:25.
Yeah. So that's why we'll put silence.
Shall I put Patriji's Dhyana song?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it YouTube acceptable? Is it okay? No copyright issue?
Yeah,
then you can.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, then you can.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
அளவில்லாவோர் சக்தி இறங்கி வந்து பூமி மீது மக்களுக்கு அளித்ததந்த யோகம் அஹிம்சையை வழியாக்கி ஞான ஒளி காட்டி நின்று உலகெங்கும் பரவியதே தியானம் கடினமான வழிகளை சுலபமாக மாற்றி வைத்து உலகுக்கு அளித்த மகரிஷி உன் வாழ்க்கையே உயர்வானது உங்கள் வழியில் நடப்போமே நாங்கள் ஒவ்வொரு கணமும் எங்கள் குருதெய்வமே பத்ரிஜி அஹிம்சை உலகம் கண்டு பூமியை சொர்க்கமாக மாற்றி அனைவரும் தியானம் செய்து ஜெய ஹோ பத்ரிஜி தியானம் அஹிம்சை உலகம் சாதித்து நீங்கள் நினைத்த கனவுகளை நிறைவேற்றி உங்கள் வழிகள் புகழ் போங்க செய்வோம். எமக்காக தியானத்தை கொடுத்தாயே நீ மூச்சையே குருவாக்கினாயே ஆயிரம் ஆயிரம் இதயங்களை நினைத்து கிராமங்கள் நகரங்கள் தெரிந்தாயே அஹிம்சையே தர்மம் என்று போதித்த நீ அன்பான நண்பனே நித்தமும் சத்தியமே உணர்த்தினாய் மரணம் இனிமையானது என்று சொன்னீர், ஒவ்வொரு உயிரும் தெய்வம் என்றீர். ஆன்ம ஞானமே அறிவியல் என்று சொன்னீர், ஞானம் என்னும் ஒளியை பரப்பினீர். ஒவ்வொரு மனிதனும் ஒரு குருவே என்ற மகாகுரு நீயே. ஆன்மீகத்தின் மர்மங்களை எளிதாக்கி தந்தாயே நீ. கருணையாகி பிரபஞ்சம் உணர்வாகி என்றும் ஒளிரும் சுடராய் நின்றாய். உங்கள் வார்த்தைகள், உங்கள் வழிகள் என்றும் எங்களுடன் நிலைக்குமே.
எங்கள் குருதெய்வமே பத்ரிஜி, அஹிம்சை உலகம் கண்டு பூமியை சொர்க்கமாக மாற்றி அனைவரும் தியானம் செய்து ஜெய ஹோ பத்ரிஜி. தியானம் அஹிம்சை உலகம் சாதித்து நீங்கள் நினைத்த கனவுகளை நிறைவேற்றி உங்கள் வழிகள் புகழ்வோங்க செய்வோம்.
Thank you. Stephanie's here, so we can
Okay.
continue.
Now we invite Stephanie. I would like to invite our yoga instructor, Stephanie Mugo Master, to lead the chair yoga and the mindfulness session. Thank you very much.
Give her a host, please.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so today we are going to do an all-rounder type of session where we're going to be working on just about every part of ourselves so that we can get and maintain a good and healthy balance. We're going to start by doing the humming bee practice as we've done before. So I'm inviting you now to close your eyes. If you wish, you can interlace your ankles, cross your ankles and interlace your fingers, but you don't have to. You also can remove your glasses, but you do not have to either. How you feel is best is the way to go. And we are going now to do the practice of the humming bee. To do this, we need to make sure, first of all, not to keep your teeth together. If you are going to keep your teeth together, you might damage your teeth. The vibrations of that breath might make it such that your teeth could get hurt. So make sure that you keep a space between your jaws. And first of all, taking a nice long deep breath in and out, focusing within yourself. Now this practice is simply about humming. So keeping the jaws separate, the mouth is shut, the breath only happens through the nose. We breathe in through the nose, and then as we exhale through the nose, we hum at the same time. So we are only humming on the exhale. I'm just going to show you how to do this, and then I will let you know when you can start to do it. So I'm going to now demonstrate. Breathing in as normal through the nose. And humming like this on every exhale. I'll do it again, breathing in. And we keep doing it like this on every exhale until I invite you to have a break, and we'll have a pause in between two practices. If you find at any time that it's getting too much, you can also have a break and go back to your normal breath at any time. So now breathing in with me and humming out. Keeping the mouth shut, breathing in. Breathing in. And keeping on going. And going back to your normal breath now for a moment. And noticing the changes within yourself. Noticing how you are feeling now. And now we're going to do it one more time. And so breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Keeping on going. Keeping on going, and try to experience the vibrations of the humming through your whole being. Really dive into it. Surrender to the vibration and let it spread across your whole being as you are humming. Keeping on going. And relax. Back to your normal breath. We are going to do it one more time after this. Going back to this breath now, to the humming beat. Breathing in and then humming. And relax and going back to your normal breath. And taking a nice long deep breath in and out to finish. And then opening your eyes. Okay, we're going to do the warm-up. I'm just going to bring my chair back. Can someone spotlight me, if possible? Oh, I can do it. Wait, let me see. That's better. There's nothing I can do now. I need to put it like this. I'm sorry. That's the best that I'm going to be able to do. Okay. So sitting on the chair, we're going to start by warming up the ankles. So always, as much as possible, just so that we can practice holding a good posture, so that our body can remember. Belly slightly forward, chest is up and shoulders are down. Chin is gently tucked in, so it looks like this. And then with the feet, starting with the left foot, flexing and extending the foot. So you're bringing your foot up as high as you can, and then flexing and extending and moving the toes into these. Keeping on going like this. Now going round in circles, drawing circles with your ankle. So the ankle moves, the toes are drawing the circle, really. And then the other way around. Now the other foot, so this time bringing your right leg up slightly and then flexing and extending the foot. You can decide to do the session with the socks on or without. Just make sure you don't have shoes on so that you can really move in circles now in one direction. But just be careful with the socks that when we do standing poses next to the chair, that you do not slide on the floor. Drawing circles in the other direction. As we're continuing to do this warm-up, I'm also going to give you a bit of explanation, a bit more explanation on the humming bee practice we've just done. Now the knees, we lift the foot up from the floor, we go as far up as we can, but listen to your knees. Make sure you do not hurt your knees. So if you've had any operation on your knee, any surgery, or if you've got any knee problem, you can also go very low or just simply sit it out and stay in your meditation mode in your mind. But if you can, try to bring that knee up as high as possible. The hummingbee breath is really good for cleansing and clearing the throat chakra. So when we do this practice, very often we end up with the throat that is tickling or the need to cough. And it happened to me as I was doing the practice with you. Now the other leg, same thing. You might find that it's easier on one side than on the other. Yes, so the hummingbee breath practice, it stimulates the throat chakra, so it opens up the throat so that we can speak our truth, so that we can express our needs in a balanced manner. It is also the space element, other element, so we are bringing the vastness of the universe into ourselves as we practice and cleanse our throat chakra. It is also very energetic. Feet back on the floor. We are now going to do the hips. Stepping out and back. You can keep your hands on your lap. That makes it a little bit more challenging. Or you can have it at the side of your chair or at your waist if you wish. Whichever way that feels most comfortable to you. And lastly, about the hummingbee, just to say it is very energetic practice, so do not do that just before going to bed if you wanted to practice it at home, because that may actually stop you from falling asleep, because it really activates the energy everywhere. So just be aware that it is a morning practice type of thing, and that we've just really been buzzing up our energy, literally. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Go as high as you want with the knee. The higher you go, the more challenging it becomes, and therefore the more toning and the more warming, I guess, and oiling it is for the hip. Stepping out and back in. You could also be low like this, and it could just be that you're moving like this. It depends on your body. Listen to your body. Stay within the range of comfort. Make sure you are really comfortable, and then go beyond, slowly and gently, understanding the difference between the good pain and the bad pain. Now we're going to do the shoulders. Drawing circles with the elbows, going as far as possible. And by as far, I mean elbows as close together as possible at the front and as far away from each other at the back as possible. Belly muscles are nice and strong to support your back, always. So make sure that you understand the difference between the good pain and the bad pain. You also can roll them like this if the hands on the shoulders is too much of a strain. Going forward, up, run to the back, down, and that's it. Nice. Okay. So I was saying understanding the difference between the good pain and the bad pain. I'm just going to pause here to explain again this. The good pain is when you're pushing your body and it feels like you're going slightly over your limits, that your body is not used to whatever it is that you are doing at the time, but it feels like it can go in that direction. The bad pain is if you start to feel pain, like a muscle spasm, a cramp, or an old injury starting to wake up again. Those are not good pains, so you need to stay away from those, and you need to remain within the range of your comfort, okay? Just so to avoid injury. Now we're going to warm up the whole spine. And so as we are warming up the whole spine, we're shifting between two poses with the breath to do this. It's a spine flex. We are pushing the belly forward, the pelvis goes forward, the chest goes out, and the chin goes up towards the sky. The head is dropping back. Now, as the chin goes up to the sky, listen to your neck. If you find you have any pain in your neck, then stay up here. You don't have to drop the head all the way back. So as you breathe in, you go like this. As you breathe out, you push the belly in, the pelvis goes back, the chest goes in, and the chin goes in. Breathing in, we open. Breathing out, we close in. We open as we breathe in, and we close as we breathe out. Try not to pause in between the inhale and the exhale with the movement and the breath. Simply continue the natural flow. Both shoulders should remain above the hips. So I'm not leaning forward or back, but I'm staying straight and only moving my chest, my pelvis, and my chin. Shoulders are completely relaxed. And relax. Great. So now we're going to start with the poses. And the first one we're going to do, we're going to stand. And we're going to stand near to our chair so that we can hold it. And what we're going to be doing is called the dancer. Don't worry, the Lord of the Dance rather. Don't worry if you can't see my head, it's okay. I didn't have the time to put something under my laptop. So, and nothing's gonna happen with the head. Here, if you want to hold on to the chair, and then what we're going to do is a 1 foot balance activity. So that means that you're going to be shifting your whole weight onto your left leg to begin with. Then you're going to be bringing your right foot up, and you start to bring it up to whichever level feels right. So it could be that the toes are still on the floor, or slightly up, or a little bit more up, or going up even more. The full pose, you would have the hand at your ankle, your foot at your bottom, your knees together, like this, looking in front. Be very careful. I'm going to show you now, here, like this. Be very careful when you are putting your whole weight onto your left leg, that you do not drop the hip down or bring it up, because you will hurt yourself. So make sure that both hips stay at the same level, and then start to bring the foot up. Okay? All right, so 1 foot under each hip to begin with. Pelvis tilted back, belly in, chest up. Shifting your whole weight onto your left leg. Lifting the right foot up, making sure your hip is staying the same level as the other one. And then here deciding where you want to put your foot. Maybe it's on the floor, maybe it's slightly up, very up. You could also grab, if you have a trouser on, you could also grab your trouser leg, but I cannot guarantee that they won't rip. So just be cautious. And otherwise, if you can, then grabbing your ankle and bringing your foot all the way to your bottom and knees together. Keeping your chest up, try not to lean forward, but holding onto your chair for balance. And relax. Great. Okay, now you're going to be doing the same on the other side. So if you're at the back of your chair, that's fine. If you're not, then go around to the other side of your chair. And then 1 foot under each hip, holding yourself tight to the back of your chair, shifting your whole weight to your right leg this time, and then bringing the left foot up again. It could be toes on the floor, foot slightly up, higher up, with the trouser leg, or with the ankle, and bringing the knees together. Keeping your hips level. You're not leaning forward, your chest is nice and up, and your chin is gently tucked in. And relax. Now, we are going to do a forward bend as we stand. So we start with 1 foot under each hip again. And we're going to be bending forward. Now, to do this, we start with the pelvis back, belly in, chest up. We want to bring the chest, the belly and the chest down. We're staying with as straight back as possible, and we're bending from the hips. So we're not bending from up here, not like this, but instead we're bending like this. And you can keep your knees slightly bent if you wish, or even very bent. Then putting your hands on the chair. And if you suffer from high blood pressure that is not medically controlled, then you need to make sure you do not go any lower than that. Your heart should not go below your hip level. If you don't suffer from high blood pressure or that your blood pressure is controlled nicely, then you can try to go a bit lower and see if you can, and if you're comfortable to do so, then you can rest your elbows on the chair and notice if you can feel any stretch here. If you find this is not challenging enough, you then can walk your elbows forward on the chair and you can lean down lower even. And you stay here for as long as comfortable. Do not wait for me to tell you to come up. If at any time you wish to come up, please do so. You can straighten your knees if you wish. Then you get even a deeper stretch. And then slowly, back onto your elbows if you were all the way down. Back onto your hands. And then you can hold yourself even at the back of your chair and coming up. Resting here for a moment before we do it one more time. And then doing it one more time. So we're not going to stay as long this time, but simply going back down. So pelvis back, belly in, chest up. From the hips, we bend down, put the hands down. If we want, put the elbows down. If we want, we can walk the elbows forward and go into a deeper stretch. And relaxing here. Relaxing the head down. And then coming back up, so on your elbows again, if you were down all the way, on your hands at the back of your chair, and coming up, and then you can sit down. Great. Now, next we're going to do a funny one. We're going to do as the lion. That is quite particular. It's a nice back bend. So I'm going to show you from the front and then I'm going to show you from the side so you can see better. Don't do it just yet. Let me show you first. On the chair, it's not as easy as when we do it on the floor. So we're going to sit right back on our chair so that we can have some space here at the front if we can. And then we're going to put our hands like this on the chair. Now, this is an adaptation to this pose so that we can be able to do it on the chair, okay? Then I'm going to push my belly forward and my chest out. And I'm going to, with my eyes, look up towards my third eye chakra. So my eyes are coming together at the top towards my third eye chakra. Then I'm going to stick my tongue out, and I'm going to do it after because I'm talking right now. But I'm going to stick my tongue out, and then I'm going to make a sound from my throat, which when you hear it, you'll know what to do, okay? So as you're here, you're pushing your belly out as much as you can, your chest up as much as you can. You're looking up towards your third eye chakra with your eyes. And then you do this. Every time that you breathe out, you kind of do that growling sound. So I'm going to show you from the side. You sit right at the back of your chair. You open out your legs. You put your hands in front of you on the space that is there. You push your belly forward, your chest out. You look forward, slightly up, your eyes towards your third eye, and then you do the thing with the tongue. Okay? So now we're going to do it together. Opening the legs as wide as possible, sitting back, leaving the space in front of you, putting your hands on your chair, pushing the pelvis forward, opening the chest, chin slightly up. Eyes are looking towards the third eye, sticking the tongue out and growling. Keeping on going like this, trying to stretch that tongue as far down as possible, opening the mouth as wide as possible. And relax. Okay, so this is a fun one, but what is good is that it does a lot of things. First, it does the arched back, which gives nice bend stretch to the front of the body. Then it's really good for stretching the mouth muscles and the tongue muscles. It stimulates the throat again. And with the eyes, it's also giving exercise to the eyes, which brings flow to the eyes. So it's really an amazing pose. Now, just for a moment, we're going to do the compensating pose, the counter pose. We're simply going to, we want the belly to go towards the back wall, and we're going to curl over our thighs here. So from the side, I'm bringing my belly, my navel towards the back, and then I'm curling over and dropping the head. This is really good for rounding the back. That's why it's important to push the navel towards the back of you. And then coming back up. Next, we're going to give ourselves a neck stretch. You need to be very careful with this, so you need to listen first. Do not do it just yet, so that I can give you all the instructions. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to bring your arm over your head and resting your hand. Do not do it yet. Just watch first. Watching first. Do not do it yet. Bring your arm back down at the moment. Can you all bring your arm back down first of all? Do not do it just yet. Watch what I'm doing first. Hand at the side here, and then you're going to slowly by slowly bring your head down. This shoulder, it stays down. So I'm not bringing it up. No, I'm keeping it down. And then my hand rests on my head, and I keep on stretching like this. Once you're down here, after a while, coming back up, bring your head back up with your hand. Okay? Okay, now you can do it. Arm around, hand to the opposite side. And then resting the hand down. The weight of the hand is stretching. You're not forcing it. You're simply letting the head go down with the weight of your hand. And letting those muscles get loose. And then coming back up, helping yourself with your hand. So you're not using the muscles that you've just stretched so much. And then same on the other side. Bringing the hand over, letting it rest on the head, letting it go down. Gently letting it stretch. And then releasing your hand gently and softly and bringing your head back up. If you're finding any tension in the back, you then can stretch forward a little bit and then come back up. This next one is for the shoulders. There are several levels to do this, so please watch first, because especially if you have problems with the shoulders already, and especially if you've had shoulder injury not long ago. So we are going to bring the arms up, and we are going to open as we breathe in, and bringing them forward with one hand over the other as we breathe out. We breathe in and then we alternate the hands. So this time the hand that was on top goes under and the other one at the top. We breathe in, we breathe out. And this with the shoulders relaxed, so my arms are, my elbows, my shoulders and my wrists are all at the same height. And my shoulders, I am not bringing my shoulder up like this, but nice and relaxed. If this is too high, if it hurts, then you can bring your arms down. So you can decide, it could be that you're going like this and opening, or like this and opening, or like I was showing, okay? Different levels. Find what works for you. And now we can begin. Breathing in and opening, breathing out, closing. Breathing in, opening, breathing out, closing. And we keep moving like this with the breath. Go at the rhythm of your breath. Do not worry about my speed. Simply do your own rhythm. Keep the back straight and the belly muscles nice and tight so that your back can be supported as you do this. The faster you go, the more dynamizing and energizing it is, but also you can't control it as well. So make sure that you do not get any pain while you're doing this. Otherwise, make sure you go very slow. And relax back down. Resting them now, resting those shoulders. And doing it one more time, so bringing the arms up without bringing the shoulders up, elbows and wrists at the same level as the shoulders. Breathing in, we open. Breathing out, we close. Breathing in, we open, and then the other hand goes on top and we close. And keeping on going with the breath. So you can go very slowly. And relax. And now, just to relax the tension we may have created, we're just going to lift the shoulders up and drop them. Go gently. You don't have to do it hard, especially if you've had any problems with your shoulders or if you're experiencing any pain. But simply bringing your shoulders to your ears and dropping them. Bringing them to your ears, dropping them. And relax. Next, we're going to do a twist like we've done before. Sitting with the legs where the knees are at the same level as the hips, so they are slightly apart from each other. We are going to go into a twist. So we're going to take our right arm, we're going to put it on the outside of our left knee, being careful not to bring the knee in as we do that, but resisting with our knee. Our knee kind of pushes that way a little bit. This left hand, we put it at the back of us, and then we go into the twist. So you might want to sit a little bit forward from the back of your chair. You can actually put then your left hand at the back of you on the chair, and then going into the twist, you're twisting from the waist up. So you're not twisting with the hips. Both bottoms are staying nicely on the floor, on the chair rather. shoulders are down, and your head can look over your shoulder at the back. This is amazing to relax the muscles in the back as well as the belly muscles, and it also helps the digestion because it detangles everything in the belly. Staying there for as long as comfortable. At any time you can go back to center and relax. You do not need to wait for me to tell you. And coming back to center. Here you can move your body a little bit if you're finding any stiffness. And then we're going to do the other side. So this time your left hand goes to the outside of your right knee. Your right knee stays nice and strong so that it doesn't lean in. And then here you bring your right hand at the back of you, and then you go into the twist from the waist, and then you look over your shoulder at the back. Both shoulders are nice and relaxed down, holding into the twist for a little while. And coming back to center. So we are going to do two more things. The first one is the forward bend, and the second one will be a practice for the eyes. So for the forward bend, you keep your knees slightly away from each other like this, and then you bend forward, and this is for relaxing, so you really can come down and rest. It could be that you're coming down with your elbows, your arms on your thighs. Don't rest them on your knees, slightly away from the knees. Otherwise you will hurt your knees. Never put any weight directly on the knees. Or you can go lower, or you can go all the way down. The arms can be resting at the side, and you can just relax here. Letting the head go down. Both buttocks stay on the chair. And then coming back up, you can put your hands on your thighs, not on your knees. And then you can push yourself back up and coming back up. Right, the last thing we're going to do is the exercise with the eyes. I'm going to come forward so you can see better what's happening with my eyes. You're going to take your right finger and you're going to put it at a distance like this, away from yourself, so that your wrist is about the same level as your shoulder. And you are going to be looking at the tip of your index finger right here. And you are going to slowly by slowly bring the index finger closer and closer to the nose. And keep looking at it with both eyes. And try to reach all the way to the nose. And keeping on looking at your index finger. And then going back. Further and further away. Keep on doing this. Try to keep your shoulder relaxed as you are doing this. And then the next time that you go back out, you can relax your hand back down. And the very last thing, we will just do this quickly. we are going to roll our eyes just to relax them. So you're going to be basically drawing circles with your eyes in this way. You're going to start in the center, and you're going to be looking up, and then going around to the left side, going down, all the way down, then all the way to the left, and all the way back up. And you're going to go slowly like this, doing it about 3 times on either side, just to give the eyes a stretch. I've done 2. I'm doing 1 more time. And then the other way around. Really just giving a nice stretch to my eyes. And back to center. Closing your eyes. Taking a nice long deep breath in and out. And spending this last minute just noticing how you are feeling within yourself. From the tip of your toes to the top of your head, just a 1 minute, a quick scan to notice how you are feeling now. And good. You can now take a nice long deep breath in and out to finish, rubbing your hands together to create heat, cupping your eyes with your hands without touching your eyes, opening your eyes into your hands and bringing the hands back down. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stephanie Master. We had a wonderful, we energized our body. Thank you so much. So we will see you next week. Today we are not having any feedback because of the meditation. We are because of the Patriji's day, Patriji birthday. We are celebrating because his wish is that we have to meditate long hours. So today we are going to meditate from now onwards till 10:58. So now, thank you so much. And on behalf of our team, we are wishing you all the best and thank you for coming today. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Sarosundaliga Master, நீங்க தியானத்தை வழிநடத்துங்கள். அதன் பிறகு ராசா லோகேஷ் மாஸ்டர் நீங்கள் மியூசிக்கை போட்டு அந்த டைமுக்கு நிப்பாட்டினீங்கள் என்றால் இப்போ நாங்கள் எம்எஸ்டி டே 2 minutes சைலன்ஸோட செய்யலாம். தேங்க்யூ. எல்லாம் சொல்லிட்டேன். இப்போ சரோஜினி மாஸ்டர் நீங்கள் தியானத்தை வழி நடத்துங்கள். நன்றி.
எல்லோருக்கும் பணிவான வணக்கம். இன்று திங்கட்கிழமை கார்த்திகை மாதம் 11ஆம் தேதி 2024ஆம் ஆண்டு. உலக சமாதானம் மன அமைதிக்கான இத்தியான தளத்தில் தினமும் 3 வேளை தியானம் நடைபெறும். காலை 9:30 மணிக்கும் பகல் 11 மணிக்கும் இரவு 8 மணிக்கும் தியானம் நேரலையாக நடைபெறும். இன்று முதலில் தியானம் பற்றிய சிறு விளக்கமும் தியானம் எவ்வாறு செய்யப்படும் என்பதும் விளக்கப்பட்டு தியானம் 1 மணித்தியாலம் நடைபெறும். தியானத்தின் பின் நன்றியுரை வழங்கப்படும். தியானம் பற்றிய சிறு விளக்கம். உலக சமாதானம், நல்லிணக்கம், ஒற்றுமை, மன அமைதி ஆகியவற்றை முன்னிலைப்படுத்தி லண்டனிலிருந்து நடைபெறும் தியான நிகழ்வில் இணைந்துள்ள அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். தியானம் என்பது எமது உடல், மனம், ஆன்மா ஆகியவற்றை சமநிலைப்படுத்த வல்ல ஒரு சிறந்த பயிற்சியாகும். அன்பே அதன் உணர்வு, அறிவே அதன் வடிவம், மௌனமே அதன் மொழி. எமது வாழ்க்கையின் நம்பிக்கையின் ஒளியாக மாற தியானம் ஒரு சிறந்த வழிகாட்டியாகும். தியானத்தின் மூலம் சஞ்சலப்படும் மனதினை அமைதியான பக்குவ நிலை அடைச் செய்வதனால் வாழ்க்கை ஆனந்தமயமாகும். இப்பொழுது தியானம் செய்யும் முறையை சுருக்கமாக கவனிப்போம். தியானத்திற்கு முன்பும் பின்பும் இளம் சூடான நீரை அருந்திக் கொள்ளுங்கள். இது உங்கள் தொண்டை வறட்சியை போக்கும். ஒரு அமைதியான இடத்தில் வசதியாக உட்கார்ந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உடலை தளர்வாக வைத்துக்கொண்டு நிமிர்ந்த நிலையில் உட்காருங்கள். மூக்கு கண்ணாடி அணிந்திருந்தால் தயவு செய்து அதனை கழற்றி விடுங்கள். கை விரல்களை இப்படி ஒன்றுடன் ஒன்று கோர்த்து மடிமேல் வைத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். கால் பாதங்களை ஒன்றன் மேல் ஒன்றாக இப்படி வைத்து அமர்ந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். கண்களை மெதுவாக மூடிக்கொள்ளுங்கள். இந்த நிலையிலே நீங்கள் உட்கார்ந்து தியானம் செய்யும் பொழுது பெருமளவு விஸ்வசக்தியை உள்வாங்கி சேமிக்க முடிகின்றது. இதனால் உங்களது உடல், மனம், ஆன்மா ஆகியன வலுவூட்டப்படும். கண்களை மெதுவாக மூடிக்கொண்டு உங்கள் இயல்பான சுவாசத்தில் கவனம் செலுத்தி அனாவசிய சிந்தனைகளை தவிர்த்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். தியானத்தின் போது இன்று ஒரு இனிமையான மன அமைதியை தரும் இசை வழங்கப்படும். இந்த இசையுடன் இணைந்து நாங்கள் இப்பொழுது தியானத்துக்குள் செல்வோம். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
கவனம் இன்று ஒரு மத்தியாலத்துக்கு நேரம் காணாதவனால் லண்டன் நேரம் 10:50 வரை நடக்கும். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
55 வரை போடுங்க. 10:55.